To put it plainly, I was ecstatic to reach those benchmarks. I estimated that we might have a 20 to 25% chance of hitting both milestones, which would require the ship and booster to make a gentle, propulsive landing in the water. We've got the most talented team of rocket engineers ever assembled, and we've accomplished all the goals, something I doubted would happen. We are able to achieve these goals in this way. Collaborating to accomplish great things with exceptional people is always an honor. Once again, Elon Musk is in the news, and this time it's all about Tesla and SpaceX's incredible accomplishments with the Starship rocket. Even though the odds were terribly against them, they managed to soft land the ship and the booster back into the ocean. The fact that Elon himself was wagering on a mere 20 to 25% chance of winning illustrates how difficult this task actually was. The bright minds at Tesla and SpaceX completely nailed it, despite the bleak odds. This technical achievement has the potential to transform space travel in the future. They've exceeded expectations and exceeded expectations because to their serious skills and unwavering dedication. This successful landing is more than just a victory. It's a huge step forward, demonstrating that space is the limit rather than the sky when you have the right team and enough perseverance. These are significant turning points. Beyond simply achieving a landing, their goal is to create history, pave the way for future human space missions, and perhaps even prepare us for a time when Mars will be more than just a dot in the night sky, but a destination worth visiting. The triumph of the SpaceX crew with the Starship rocket serves as a clear reminder that taking significant risks can pay off handsomely. This could, in my opinion, support the idea that civilization is ephemeral and unstable. The one thing we can do to raise the likelihood that civilization will survive longer is to evolve into a multi-planet species and spread consciousness to neighboring worlds and eventually distant star systems. The likely lifespan of humanity and awareness as we know it would be greatly extended by this. SpaceX's main objective is to try to break through the bottleneck of a single planet. Why is everything about Mars City so exciting? Not only is Elon Musk shooting rockets into space because he thinks it's cool. His enormous fantasy, which sounds like something from a science fiction film, is to spread human civilization to other worlds. Yes, you did indeed hear that. It's about to get interstellar, so buckle up. Think about it. Although humans have existed for over 5,000 years, that is a small amount of time compared to the ancient rock that is Earth. Musk is asking himself, why not spread out a bit? He intends to construct a whole city on Mars, not simply a small vacation house for humans. Imagine that, a busy downtown, coffee shops on Mars, perhaps even a gym that defies gravity, all beautifully situated amidst red dust. SpaceX wants to enable multiplanetary life. Along the way, we'll look for ways to make money from space-related endeavors, like developing an internet system in orbit, in order to finance the expansion of awareness beyond Earth. But why Mars? Musk believes that having a backup plan would be helpful in the event that Earth ever decides to have a cosmic tantrum, such as when large asteroids start playing tag or our beautiful environment becomes a little too hot, and not just any backup plan, but a backup plan that involves humans circling around a different planet in order to ensure that despite whatever mayhem occurs at home, we continue to support humanity. On Mars, it's similar to having your cake and eating it too. This is about opening doors to the universe and saying, hey universe, we're here to stay, not simply about avoiding tragedies. It's about turning those stars in the night sky into your next door neighbors. You can always add departments and rules back if you eliminate them. You can always put those back. As it turns out, they were really vital. It's similar to removing the brakes from a society and economy. We must pull the ropes that are shackling us and halting our advancement as a society. Elon Musk, meanwhile, is stirring things up by challenging the way government agencies manage laws. This is causing conversations that have the potential to have a significant impact on how businesses like Tesla run. Elon Musk is currently taking aim at the complex regulatory landscape. He is not merely nodding in agreement with whatever rulebook that is thrown at him. Hey, can we get a little spring cleaning over here? He says, glancing at all these old, dusty statutes. He seems to be trying to Marie Kondo the law code, getting rid of anything that doesn't make him happy. Sincerely, it's like trying to run a marathon with your shoelaces tied together while attempting to innovate under all those cumbersome, antiquated laws. Best of luck avoiding a faceplant. This might be a game changer for Tesla. Regulation simplification expedites the adoption of new technology and energy-saving solutions, which is exactly Tesla's style. Tesla may be able to develop and introduce new energy goods and automobile technologies more quickly and effectively if all outmoded regulations are reduced or eliminated. This is where the heat really kicks in. Elon proposes that we may change things up by penalizing individuals who break the laws as an alternative to having extremely drawn-out procedures for things like environmental approvals. It's like to stating, okay, do your thing, but if you mess up, you're going to pay for it. With a more responsible and dynamic innovation environment, Tesla, which is renowned for its quick development cycles, may be able to grow without being hampered by bureaucratic red tape. That's right, Elon is trying to clear out the bureaucratic clutter and create space for advancement. Who knows, maybe we can actually see the floor, or, the future, if we can get rid of enough outdated restrictions. For Tesla, the future appears to be bright, efficient, and far more inventive. I enjoy approaching problems from first principles and using the tools of physics. After repeatedly making the same error, I came up with a simple approach that starts with making the requirements less ridiculous. If you don't, the best case scenario is the correct response to the incorrect question. Therefore, eliminate and streamline the prerequisites. Argentina's President Milei is endorsing this audacious strategy by suggesting that it could be time to reduce the size of the government. He advocates for eliminating some agencies and regulations in order to stimulate innovation and improve the economy. It seems as though they both think that sometimes you have to let go of the old in order to make place for the new in order to move forward. Although many people are hesitant to remove stuff, I say, well, just go ahead and do it. You're not removing enough if you're not adding a tiny amount back in. This is significant. It's okay to add back certain rules and regulations if you end up over-deleting them. Finding the sweet spot, where everything functions flawlessly and without needless fluff, is the key. In my opinion, the government's job is to make sure that the laws are reasonable and that the playing field is level. In a sense, the government serves as the referee, ensuring fair play. But as time goes on, government expands, and eventually there are more refs than players on the field, which makes for a bad game. Governments may learn a lot from the corporate sector, particularly from the concept of competition. Musk is not wrong. In contrast to businesses competing for our attention, governments frequently enjoy the luxury of being the only player in town. Consider the DMV as an example. We've all had that unique brand of happiness, right? Fun times, standing in queue and watching paint dry. Musk, meanwhile, is shaking things up here. Picture government services competing to get us through the door like fast food restaurants. Should the DMV resemble a fast food restaurant, they would most likely be serving complimentary coffee and donuts to keep us energized while we wait. We would simply take our business to the next rival that treats us like kings if they didn't stand up. For you, that is the allure of competition. It quickly goes from meh to wow. According to Musk, we live in a society where public services work very hard to keep us satisfied or risk having us leave. Just picture picking your DMV the same way you pick a coffee shop. That's a bold concept that might keep everyone on their toes. On an interactive real-time platform such as X, users are able to view not only the arguments put out by others, but also the rebuttals and counter-arguments. The community notes are a great resource. The key to community notes is that in order for a note to be linked to a post and displayed, people who would typically disagree on the subject matter must agree on it. This means that if someone says something incorrect or deceptive, the comment will not be displayed. In this sense, there's a high chance of accuracy because those who have disagreed in the past will only agree on something that is fairly correct. Now let's talk about how we manage information online. Musk outlines a really great strategy here, especially with regard to community notes, those brief comments on social media articles meant to provide clarification or further context. Those who typically disagree with each other must approve these notes. By doing this, you're more likely to hear the whole story rather than just one side of it. It all comes down to using feedback to ensure that the information we read is fair as well as accurate. We ought to be hopeful about the future. When environmentalist activism takes an extreme form, people begin to see humans as a plague on Earth, which is a horrible thing. It is implied that Earth would be in a better place if there were no more humans. This movement is known as extinctionism. Fundamentally, this can be seen as a conflict between extinctionist and expansionist ideologies. The big blow is this: Musk's design for humanity's future. His expansionist mindset goes beyond merely thinking large. It's thinking cosmic. He's pushing us to reach out into space and escape the limitations of this planet. When the entire universe is at your disposal, why accept the status quo? Musk maintains that our rocket fuel is a healthy dosage of optimism. He only thinks about art.